Hello everybody, good evening. This is Lama Caroline from Ganchen Janchubling in southern Spain, okay? Today we're going to continue talking about Lama Ganchen Rinpoche's practice of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing. And we'll do the practice and we'll comment on his book, NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing too. First, we'll do some practice and mantras together, okay? Always need to start with a good motivation when we do something positive, no? Okay, so I'm using this, which is the Tibetan version of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, because I like, yeah? Anyway, it's the same as in all other languages, yeah? Namo Guru Bhye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Guru Bhye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Guru Bhye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Triratnaya, Sangye Chodan Sogi Chonamla, Janchu Badu Dani Kyasuchi, Dagi Jin Sogi Pesonanki, Rola Penchi Sangye Drupasho, Sangye Chodan Sogi Chonamla, Janchu Badu Dani Kyasuchi, Dagi Jin Sogi Pesonanki, Drola Penchi Sangye Drupasho. Semchen Tamche Dewa Da Dewe Gyudan Dempa Gyuchi, Semchen Tamche Dunyal Dan Dunyal Gi Gyudan Drawa Gyuchi, Semchen Tamche Dunyal Mepe Dewa Dami Drawa Gyuchi, Semchen Tamche Nyeri Jadani Dan Trawe tam nyola nepa gyuchi, semchen tamche lusen gidu nele, soshin trayun lusen dewadan, tempa gyuchi, semchen tamche nalso tochin china, no yu no chuko yu dashin samane gyuchi, semchen tamche daza bulingi kedo, Tadan Chinangi Shidedan Dukun Dempa Gyuchi, Tamche Duni Sashida Semala Sohame Pada La Tiltanyam Pedurye Rashi Jampuhone Gyuchi La Dami Chupese No Susham Dahani Kitru Kun san chutrin lana me nanke kan kuhun kyab gyuchi onamo bhagavati benza sawa pramadani tatagataya ahate samya sambudaya tayata om benze maha tetsa benze Mahavidya benze Mahabodhicitta benze Mahabodhi mandopa samkramana benze sawakama awarana bishudana benze soha Kuncho sungi tempadan sangedan janju sempa tamche giji ladan so niho suzo penadan chempodan chuki nampa dachin sangi Mikyape toki deshi nidu gyuchi. Malusem chen kunki kunkyuchi dude punje mise jomse la. Nona malu yanda kenkyupe chom tenko chene di shesu so gosangupe gone chaselo. no shayi trochupa malubu top mene sati tuntam chesha Gepa ge wahanam la je iran ko wa mato padule shune Drola chuki hiko loko wa dan dan shen jena jan chu chempunu Sajipu ki jushi meto tra rira lin shihini de genpadi Sanke shin tu mi te po wa idro kunanda hashin la chupasho Ida guru ratna mandala kam niryatayami Lojan Gyalwa Kungi Yesheni Tritu Drime Gyaltenzin Peso Rajan Kyoko Gyaso Trudun Kun Trinshela Me Shabla Solwade Om A Guru Vajradara Sumati Gyana Shasana Dara Samudra Sibhadra Sawa Siddhi Hu Om A Guru Vajradara Sumati Gyana Shasana Dara Samudra Sibhadra Sawa Siddhi Hu Om A Guru Vajradara Sumati Gyana Shasana Dara Samudra Sibhadra Sawa Siddhi Locho Sampo Pel Gyuta Shipa Tu Chentem Petrile Noda Pegedro Lo Zampe Zepachen Palden La Meheshabla Sowade Om Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Huma Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Huma Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Kyuni lama kyuni da kyuni kadro chukyonte dene zunte janchu badu kyumi kyashe misowe dida badu chimetaya tuje chakyu zunzola Sishi jidro nudru kunso tengi hidro so bachoso kyuni lama kyuni da Kyuni hikadro chukyonte, dene zunte janchu badu kyumi hikyashe misowe, dida badu chimeta yantu chakyu zunzola, sishi jidro nadru kunso, tengi hidro so bachoso, kyuni lama kyuni yida, kyuni hikadro chukyonte, Dene zunte janchu badu kyumi kyashe misowe dida badu chimeta yantu chakyu zunzola sishi jidro nadru kunso tengi hidro so bachoso Detale son sawata petu lame kusuhuntu gine namle Dutsio se kama tingasu rindan chi chao june daniki ne sun rindan chi cha timpale Drishi dashi hinanda wan shi toku shi tochin lame nipashi Geshin timpe jingila pagyu Okay, so now, wherever we are in the world, we imagine that above the crown of each and every one of our heads comes a light body of Rinpoche, who dissolves through the crown of our heads and enters into our heart chakra. Okay, so our subtle mind is blessed by his holy presence, his holy thoughts. Okay. Pakyoke kudan dagilu, pakyoke sundan dagina, pakyoke tudan dagi, dunyamechi tu jingilo, makyoke kudan dagilu, makyoke sundan dagina, makyoke tudan dagi, dunyamechi tu jingilo. So Rinpoche's holy mind mixes with our subtle mind, and our minds are blessed. Yeah. Okay. Oma Guru Vajradhara Suhumati Muni Shahasane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bhadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Homa Guru Vajradhara Suhumati Muni Shahasane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bhadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Lama Ken Trinchen Sawe Lama Ken Kyabne Kuntu Lama Ken. Okay, so remember, Rinpoche said actually to connect with him, all we have to do is Lama Kien, Trinchen Sawe Lama Kien, yeah, this verse, yeah, and then automatically the line is on, and everything else is extra, yeah. So easy, no? Okay. Okay, so hello everybody. Hope you're all well. Everything's okay with you wherever you are in the world. Okay, so we're going to continue looking at NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2, the very important central teaching of Lama Genshin Rinpoche. Yeah, my guru, our guru. Okay. Okay, so I'm reading the book completely and commenting on it. Okay. So anyway, if you'd like to get the book, it's available through the ngalso.org website and also through our centers all around the world in different languages, okay? Also, the video of the practice is available for free on the ngalso.org website, okay? So please enjoy if you like to watch it. Okay, so we were reading, it's called A Crazy Wisdom Message. This is Rinpoche's words, no? How to transform our world into Shambhala, okay? And we got to the last time where Rinpoche said, I constantly feel the blessings and the kindness of the Buddha, the holy beings, and my guru protector, all those who have never left me for even 1 second. So that's completely relevant to us now, yeah? We're in a similar situation to how Rinpoche was when he wrote the book, no? His guru, Kyabje Trijang Dorje Chang, had passed away, yeah? So it's very relevant, you know? He's saying he still feels his guru's holy presence, yeah? Okay? Like guiding him, you know, every moment, yeah, whether he's in the physical body together or not, okay? Okay, so let me read a little bit. And then today I'd like to share with you a little bit more of the story of Shambhala, which I said I'd do last time, no? Okay, so Rinpoche says, in Tibet, for many generations, countless lamas have dedicated their prayers and merits to world peace, even though they never had direct contact with other countries outside of Central Asia. You know, actually, contrary to the Western belief, Tibet was never a closed country, yeah, okay? It's just that they never had, I don't know, they didn't have airplanes and stuff like that, yeah? But they had caravans, yeah? So they did have contact with China, Mongolia, and all the bordering countries, yeah, okay? With India, Nepal, yeah? And even as far as Persia, actually, yeah? In the 8th century, there was one famous Tibetan doctor called Yuthog Yunten Gompo, yeah? And they made a very famous medical conference where they invite doctors from all over their known world. And so doctors came even from Persia, from the Middle East, yeah, to this conference. And so the Tibetan doctors put together the essence of Tibetan, Chinese, Indian, Ayurveda, and Persian and Greek medicine, and formed Tibetan medicine with that. Yeah, so it's not true that Tibet was a completely closed country, as in the Western fantasy. Okay, yeah. However, I mean, they didn't have like direct contact like we do nowadays. Yeah, it was very mysterious to Western people, yeah, until recently. I'll talk a bit more about that later. Yeah. Then Rinpoche says, since the Chinese invasion of Tibet in 1959, many lamas, such as myself, have traveled to countries all over the world. This was the condition for the accumulated positive energy to spread everywhere. Yeah. Each of the Buddhist vehicles, or yanas, brings its own particular beneficial result. So in Buddhism now we have three vehicles, three yanas. We have the Pratimoksha yana, or the Theravada tradition of the yeah. And then we have the Mahayana, the great vehicle, and then we have the Vajrayana. So within our tradition, we have three vehicles, yeah? Okay. Theravada generally is associated these days more with Southeast Asian Buddhism, like from Thailand, Sri Lanka, Burma, these kind of countries. But we also have the Pratimoksha yana, the vehicle of individual liberation within Vajrayana Buddhism, within Tibetan Buddhism, because we're also seeking personal liberation. That means liberation from negative emotions, from violence, from suffering. We're seeking peace. So we also practice the Pratimoksha. Okay. So Lama Gangchen, he said we only need to compromise, to commit ourselves to one vow, which is to keep the vow of ahimsa, inner peace. Yeah. All the others are optional. Yeah. So at least this one we should try and do. Yeah. It's actually the most difficult one. Yeah. And all the rest of the vows. Yeah, are branches of the main vow, which is to keep inner peace. But anyway, we shall do our best. Okay. Anyway, so each one has its own beneficial result. So the Theravada, the Pratimoksha yana, the beneficial result is to reach nirvana. That means no more suffering. Suffering is extinguished, like when we blow out a candle, yeah, when the flame goes out, yeah. That means everything is completely peaceful. Life is okay when we experience the beneficial result of the Pratimoksha yana. The Mahayana, the beneficial result of that is first we progress through the Bodhisattva path, and so automatically we're benefiting other beings and the environment. And finally, we will achieve the state of Buddha, an awakened being, a person with a completely open, pure and open mind, yeah? Okay? And then we'll have full capacity to benefit other beings, yeah? Okay? So that's the extremely beneficial result of practicing the Vajrayana. And then of the Mahayana, and the Vajrayana, the diamond vehicle. Vajra means diamond, yeah, okay. So the diamond vehicle, its beneficial result is that we will achieve enlightenment, awakening quickly, very quickly, through the practice of the tantras, yeah. And quickly means within 1,000 years or 500 years or 200 years, or if we have extremely good karma, like a few exceptional people, even in this same life, yeah, okay. So we will just have to see how long it takes us, okay. Why we should practice the Vajrayana is because the world is in a bad state. So if we really truly believe that the world needs help, we should not procrastinate, and we should think I should get on with it as quickly as possible. And for this reason, for the benefit of others, we should practice Tantra. Yeah, okay, that's our actual motivation for entering into the Vajra vehicle. Okay. Okay, then Rinpoche says, however, speaking from the viewpoint of a Mahayana and Vajrayana spiritual practitioner, and having observed how quickly Tibetan Tantric Buddhism is expanding all over the world, I believe we can easily understand the power of Tantra. Yeah? I believe Tibetan Tantric Buddhism can really bring great benefits and positive changes to this world. I feel this is the real dawn of the Shambhala era. Yeah. So Rinpoche in Albaniano, he made a throne, yeah. I mean, he had many thrones in the Gompa, yeah. One of the thrones he called all the pioneers of Western Buddhism. So what did he have? He put Alexander David Neal and Giuseppe Tucci and various, of these people, the Jesuits who first went to Tibet in the 17th century. So he put pictures of them all on this throne, yeah. And I said, look, these are the, it's like they're saying, okay, we have all these Tibetan lineages, I said, but also these are the pioneers of Western Buddhism. So he made one throne, yeah, in Albaniano. I think we still have somewhere, actually. So he was very keen on all this. And he was always saying that, when actually Theravada, actually, let me talk. I'll tell you the story. This is interesting. Yeah. Okay. How did we generally think Tibetan Buddhism came to the West in the 1960s now, isn't it? Yeah. That after the Tibetans, some of them, some percentage of the Tibetans left Tibet, yeah, and moved to Kathmandu and all those kind of places, that then the hippies got in touch with them, and then the Western people got to know about Buddhism. But in fact, the actual story of how Buddhism got to the West is actually much more interesting, yeah. So actually, the first Western person who came into contact with Buddhism was actually one general of Alexander the Great. Yeah. Okay. So Alexander the Great. Yeah. He was a great conqueror. No. Okay. He went as far as Afghanistan with his conquering tendencies. Yeah. So when he died, yeah, he died young. No. He died of a fever, and his empire split up into 4 kingdoms. Yeah. So there was so one of the 4 parts of his kingdom became ruled by somebody. I think it's called Nylander. I need to check his name here, but anyway, one of these 4 generals, a Greek guy, yeah, he became a king of a large part of Asia. So he came into contact with many Buddhist teachers, yeah. So there's a sutra, yeah, called the Sutra. I think it's called the Questions of King Nylander. I'll check his name, yeah. So he's the first Western person who's asking questions to a Buddhist monk about, like, what's emptiness, what's dependent arising, what's karma, yeah. So this is recorded, yeah, in our our collection of Buddhist sutras. Very interesting, yeah. So I'll check out his name. Even I can post the sutra if you like. So interesting, yeah. So the first one was him, actually. He was the first one, yeah. A very, very long time ago, maybe like 2,100 years ago. Okay, but in more modern times, Marco Polo, he went to, yeah, whether he was Spanish or Italian, we don't know. But anyway, he went to China, yeah. He was in the court of I think Kublai Khan, no? He was, yeah. And he worked for Kublai Khan. He went all over the Chinese empire. And then he returned back to the West. And the problem was that nobody believed him with all these incredible stories when he came back. And the Doge of Venice threw him into prison, yeah? Because they just didn't believe what he was saying. They thought he was mad or something. So anyway, while he was in prison in Venezia, he wrote down his story, yeah, about what he'd seen. And he talks a lot about Buddhism there, yeah? Rinpoche in Milano, where we used to live in Via Marco Polo, in Kumpan, in the Kumpan Institute. It was called Via Marco Polo, and many people used to call Rinpoche Lama Marco Polo. Yeah, and Rinpoche always used to like that a lot. He was very happy with that. Yeah, because he says, Marco Polo, he brought spaghetti to Italia. Now Lama Marco Polo, I'm bringing Buddhism. Yeah, the real meaning of Buddhism. Yeah, so he liked that a lot. Yeah. Okay, so there was Marco Polo. Yeah. And then, actually, now I get to the bit I wanted to tell you about, yeah? Let me just find it. Yeah. Where is it? Hang on. 1 second. I've put it here on my computer. Hope I haven't lost it. Okay. Let me, I've put it, I've got numerous things open as usual on my computer. So let me see if I can find it. Okay. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay. So, and this is true. Yeah. Okay. The first Western people who went to Tibet, yeah, who brought back, let's say, the news of Buddhism to Europe were the Jesuits. Yeah. The Jesuits are a Christian sect, yeah, Catholic sect. Yeah. And so actually the first European who went to India, as far as we know, was a Portuguese famous explorer called Vasco da Gama, yeah? He arrived in India, in Calcutta in 1598, yeah? So then, soon after him, came the Jesuit missionaries, yeah? And why they came is because they'd heard rumors, yeah? Get this, that beyond the Himalayas, there was a kind of pope, yeah? Because obviously they'd heard some talk of like the Panchen and Dalai Lamas, yeah? So then they thought, we must go and find out if this is true, yeah? And also that we had heard that the people beyond the Himalayas had the 3 jewels. So they thought, 3 jewels, 3 things, the Trinity. We must go and check it out in case there's a competing papacy, beyond the Himalayas, yeah? So they actually went out to investigate these rumors. So that one Jesuit, this is all true, by the way, yeah? There's one Jesuit missionary called Antonio de Andrade, and Rinpoche had a picture of him on this throne, yeah, which actually is still in Albaniano. It's in our our old Gompa, which we're still using at the moment. Yeah, it's still there on the bookshelf. Yeah. So anyway. So this Antonio de Andrade and a group of Jesuit missionaries. Yeah, they set out to India. Okay, they arrived in Goa, and then they managed to get up to the Himalayas together with a group of Hindu pilgrims. Yeah. Okay. So where did they go? Of course, first they went to, like Rishikesh. They followed the Ganges. Everybody says, go up there. There's yogis up there, spiritual people. So they went up to Hardwar, yeah. And there they were arrested as spies, yeah, okay. But anyway, finally, they managed to get out of that situation. And finally, the local authorities thought they were mad eccentrics, yeah, okay. So finally, they let them go, yeah. And then they went on to Badrinath, another very famous Hindu temple in the Himalayas, yeah. And then finally they got over the border into Tibet, yeah, okay. Yeah. So then they actually had to walk over the Himalayan passes. So they say they were up to their waist in snow, very difficult, yeah. But they managed to reach Saparang, yeah, okay, which is one ancient kingdom in Western Tibet, and they reached there in 1624, yeah, okay. So anyway, so the king of Saparang, anyway, first they thought they were just eccentric weirdos, but then they got to speak to the king of Saparang, and he was like, okay, whatever, please, welcome, stay. And he let them build a Christian prayer hall, okay. And then they said they gave them one passport saying, please come back next year, yeah. So anyway, so these so they got as far as there, okay, yeah. So that was the first time the Jesuits reached, yeah. But then there was a second expedition by the Jesuits, and they actually got as far as Shigertse, yeah. Okay, this is true. They got to Shigertse, yeah. Shigertse, Tashi Lumpo Monastery. Tashi Lumpo, the Panchen Lama, our Ganshin Monastery is a branch of Tashi Lumpo Monastery, yeah. So they got to Tashi Lumpo Monastery in 1624, yeah, okay. Yeah, and there's actually a book, Tashi Lumpo has a copy of this book, yeah, which is Descobrimento de Grand Cathao, Os Reinos de Tibet, pelo Padre Antonio de Andrade, en el Compañía de Jesus, no ano de, they were Portuguese, no, de 1626, yeah, okay. So anyway, so they got to Shigatse, yeah, okay. And there, yeah, okay. There they went around asking the lamas in Shigatse and Tashi Lumpo how they could get to Shambhala, yeah. So then all the lamas said, okay, we show you need to go north, yeah. But then actually they didn't show them, yeah, okay. But anyway, so having spent a while in Shigatse, yeah, they came back with these tales that Shigatse really existed and was in the north of Utsang, north of Shigatse, yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so yes, this is true. Yeah. Okay. So first, Western people got to Tashi Lumpo. Yeah. Okay. So interesting that we have this connection. No? Tashi Lumpo. Anyway, all fascinating. No. Okay. So what was I going to say? I'm reading Rinpoche's book now. So I was saying that, okay, so we think that Tibetan Buddhism first was heard of in the 1960s, but actually the Jesuits were the first ones. And actually the Jesuits, yeah, they actually made the first dictionaries, yeah, of Tibetan to Western languages, yeah, and actually they're really hilarious, yeah. So because, for example, I have one, actually a slightly later Tibetan dictionary, yeah. It's called Sarat Chandra Dash, if you've got one, yeah. And it's really, really funny because, for example, if you look at the translations, yeah, I think on page 666 it says, okay, something like, this is the meaning of the devil. And I think it means like a translation of Buddha or something. They really like distorted the meaning because they were like trying to subvert Buddhism, yeah. However, by the way, when they were in Tibet, yeah, the Tibetans just thought, oh, they're worshipping another Buddha, and they'd, okay, here, one place for you to meditate, yeah. And they just, of course, they allowed them to do it, but they made zero converts because the Tibetans were just like, oh, please welcome, yeah. But no Tibetan people actually felt like converting to Christianity at that time, okay? However, they did make some of the first dictionaries of Tibetan. Okay, nowadays we have Tibetan dictionaries, but anyway, they did something good, yeah? And they brought back these tales of Shambhala. And actually this myth of Shambhala has been very, let's say, current in Western society ever since, yeah? Okay. Also, Rinpoche said that, you know, in Kham, in Tibet, yeah, there's a place called Shangri-La, yeah, okay. It's near, it's quite near to where is Kyabje Trijang Rinpoche's monastery, no? Yeah, in Chatrin. It's like maybe 6-7 hours away from there by jeep. And Rinpoche said actually Shangri-La, yeah, okay, that Western people, Shangri-La is also a mistranslation of the word Shambhala, yeah. So also the people there on the Tibetan-Chinese border, yeah, they were saying Shambhala, Shambhala, and it got to be Shangri-La, yeah. It's another famous thing, isn't it? The myth of Shangri-La, yeah. And also like the Theosophists, yeah, okay, Alexandra David Neal and all those people, they located their mystical brotherhood in Shigatse, yeah. So all very interesting. That's just like our monastery, no, isn't it? Our lineage, yeah. So okay, here we are. This is the real thing, yeah. Actually, yeah. You know, thanks to our Panchen Lamas, our Dalai Lamas, our precious Lamas like Kyabje Gyanshin Rinpoche, we're extremely lucky, yeah. We truly have the lineage of Kala Chakra and the possibility to get to Shambhala, yeah, okay? It's true, yeah, okay? And in fact, speaking of this, I said last time I was going to tell you about the history of Kala Chakra, yeah, a bit more, from the histories of one great master called Taranatha, yeah, which I'll do in a bit later. I'll combine it with what Rinpoche was saying, yeah? And also, I found, yeah, the book called Shambhala Lamyik, which means the guide to how to get to Shambhala, which is written by the 6th Panchen Lama Lobsang Palden Yeshe. A very fascinating book, yeah. Okay, so yeah, all this is actually true, yeah. Okay, but anyway, don't worry, yeah. Also, while I was looking, actually, I also found something that Genshin Rinpoche made. Actually, we need to print these, yeah. He made us Shambhala passports, yeah. So, and actually what they are is like is like 5 Shambhala passports. One has got Supreme Healer Verachana, one has got Supreme Healer Ratnasambhava, one has got Supreme Healer Akshobhya, one has got Supreme Healer Amitabha, and one has got Supreme Healer Amoghasiddhi. So I said, these are the Shambhala passports. You know, like keep this and you will get to practice this and you will get to Shambhala, yeah? So what he means is if we follow this, it says clearly, yeah? Tantric self-healing of body and mind, a method to transform this world into Shambhala. If we want to go to Shambhala, we will go. Guaranteed or your money back, okay? Even though it's free, yeah? So Rinpoche liked to make everything as easy as possible, yeah? Okay, so don't worry. We don't need to go in a caravan, yeah? Across a burning hot desert. Like this is what it says in the Shambhala Lamyik, yeah? It explains you need to cross a burning hot desert and all kinds of difficulties. You need to go in a merchant caravan, and then also you need to have meditational experiences. So anyway, quite hard actually to get to Shambhala this way. So Rinpoche said, no problem, you can get to Shambhala this way, okay? So let's take this way. This is better, you know, better for us, yeah, okay? And for us modern people, yeah, okay? So anyway, so Rinpoche says, yeah, I believe that Tibetan Tantric Buddhism can really bring great benefits and positive changes to this world. I feel this is the real dawn of the Shambhala era, yeah? Okay, so I'll talk more about the timing a bit later, yeah? Okay, I'll just a little one page later, it talks about there. So then on page 33 of edition 2, yeah? Rinpoche says, Buddha Shakyamuni dedicated his accumulated positive energy to the degenerate age of the Kali Yuga. In this time of great difficulty, all the holy beings are showing more compassion and kindness. They are working together more and giving more powerful and profound blessings, helping in many new ways which are more suitable to the minds of modern people, yeah? So, okay, so Shakyamuni Buddha, yeah, of the Buddhas of the Bhadrakalpa, the fortunate eon, he was the one who volunteered to come in our time, which is the difficult time, the bad time, okay? All the others were like, oh no, I'll help humanity when it's an easy time. Thank you very much. Yeah. If I can choose, I'll have it when it's easier. But he said, no. In his past life, he said, I want the difficult ones, the hard to tame ones. So he said, I will come in the Kali Yuga. I'll turn the Dharma for them. Yeah. So this is why Shakyamuni Buddha is our wheel turning Buddha. Yeah. Because we're in Tibetan Buddhism, they say we're like the tea leaf generation. Yeah. Okay. It's like they say that, like, okay, here's one teapot, okay, which I use to offer circium to our protectors, okay? So it's like you make the tea now, and then in the end, you have this, yeah, okay? When all the good tea has been left, you have this, the tea leaves, yeah? So it says we are the tea leaves. What it means is all the good stuff's been drunk, and you've got this stuff left that you usually need to just throw away, yeah? So it means, okay, but anyway, we're the tea leaves, but anyway. Leftovers, all the good stuff's already gone, yeah, but we're what's left, the tea leaves. But anyway, Shakyamuni Buddha said, I'll take care of the tea leaves. That's us, okay? So thank you very much, Shakyamuni Buddha, and all our gurus who, as we know, are more kind to us than Shakyamuni Buddha himself, because, like, for example, our teacher, Khenchen Rinpoche, he came in our time to our places. He actually taught us the Dharma, yeah, okay, Shakyamuni Buddha, we can read about him like in the sutras from ancient history, yeah, but the one who actually changed our mind, who helped us to evolve, was our precious teacher, Khenchen Rinpoche, and the other great masters that we were fortunate that he introduced us to, yeah, okay, so we're very lucky, yeah. So he says, in this time, all the holy beings are working together and giving more powerful and profound blessings. Like Rinpoche opened up the Menak, the oral instruction of our Ganden Nyingma tradition, to anybody who's interested. Why? Because the world is in great difficulty and we need all the help we can get, yeah? Okay, so we're very lucky, yeah? Okay, and he said in ways which are more suitable to the minds of modern people. So, okay, like huge, big sadhana like that, taking 5 hours a day, not suitable for most people. Maybe it's suitable for a weekend or 2 weeks, but not for every day, yeah? Or being walled up in a cave, not suitable. Many things, not suitable. So he showed the Dharma in a way that's fitting with our modern mentality, okay? So we can practice together with our modern lifestyles, like having a job, having a family, and transforming everything we do into a spiritual path. This is better for us in the modern time, yeah, okay? Then Rinpoche says, for example, His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Actually, Rinpoche, I was speaking with Carmen and Sharon, who were there at this time when we make self-healing too. I was speaking with them the other day. And Carmen, she reminded me, she said, actually, Rinpoche said, when in this book, he's saying like this now, but then he said actually like to say the Dalai Lamas, yeah? I mean, because why? Because also Rinpoche was a disciple of many Dalai Lamas, actually. Yeah? The first Dalai Lama, Gaden Drup was the founder of Tashi Lumpo Monastery, like our root monastery, actually, in Shigatse, yeah, okay? Because Ganchen Chirpa is a branch of Tashi Lumpo Monastery, yeah? So the founder of Tashi Lumpo Monastery was the first Dalai Lama, Gaden Drup, great, incredible master, with very close connection to Tara, Palden Lamo, incredible master, yeah, okay? His main disciple was Panchen Zampo Tashi, who was the previous incarnation of Khenchen Rinpoche, yeah? And at the end of his life, when Gaden Drup passed away, Khenchen Rinpoche became the second throne holder of Tashi Lumpo Monastery, yeah, okay? Anyway, and start the lineage of the Panchen Lamas, actually, yeah, okay? Okay, and of the abbots of Tashi Lumpo Monastery. So the first abbot of Tashi Lumpo was Gaden Drup, second one was Rinpoche, Panchen Zampo Tashi in his past life, yeah, okay? So then, over the centuries, yeah, okay, there's been till now 14 Dalai Lamas, okay? So Rinpoche wanted to say the Dalai Lamas have given the great Kalachakra initiation, like in the past and now, and also other great Lamas, such as the Panchen Lamas, and all the great Lamas of the four schools of Tibetan Buddhism, actually, yeah? And also many Mahasiddhas and world healers and teachers are giving many other initiation, blessing, and message of hope throughout the world to develop outer and inner world peace, yeah? So this, why we call Rinpoche Lama Ganchen Rinpoche World Healer, is actually because Lama Zopa Rinpoche started to call him World Healer, yeah, okay? In 1992, I think 93, yeah, okay? So since then, you know, Lama Zopa, he said that then we start to use this like title for Rinpoche, you know? And also he went so many times all over the world and put his life completely for the others, no? Not for himself, even for one moment, yeah? Okay? Okay, so Rinpoche says, they are skillfully using tantric power to transform our heavy and negative global situation into a pure and positive one, yeah? So Rinpoche said when he came to the West that there were many excellent and incredible lamas already in the West, yeah? So he didn't need to come just to be like a kind of didactic teacher, yeah? Because already there was excellent ones, so no need. But he'd like to come to show the power of the Dharma. And also in the first 10 years, he came as a healer, yeah? So he was healing many incurably sick people, okay? But he said what he wanted to show, and this is true, he really did that. It's absolutely true, yeah? And okay, so for many people, maybe it's a little difficult to believe, this that tantric meditation can transform the global situation. But let me give you an example. For example, Kyabje Tomo Geshe Rinpoche, very famous master, okay, also a big friend of Rinpoche since many lifetimes, yeah. He was great, incredible yogi, yeah. And actually, he passed away on the night before the September the 11th, 2001, when there was the Twin Towers, yeah. And okay, let's say many people think, yeah, that he absorbed some of the negative karma of that situation, yeah, because these high beings, they don't just die like that, yeah, they choose, and sometimes, many times, they are high lamas, they pass away, and with them they take like a lot of luggage, which is a big negative karma of society, yeah. So Tomo Geshe Rinpoche, he did that in the past life, yeah, and also actually Kenshin Rinpoche now in this life, no, took the many negative karma of the coronavirus, yeah, or as he said, the coronavirus, yeah, when he chose to pass away at that moment, yeah, because actually many other people survive. He chose that, in order to take some karma away as an act of healing, yeah. Okay, I mean, this has happened throughout history, I mean, in the Christian tradition, they believe the same, that Christ died for them to purify their sins, yeah. So we also believe the same, but for us, we have many high lamas who are capable of doing that, okay? Okay, then Rinpoche says, religious and political leaders now hold meetings and work together for world peace, yeah? Like Rinpoche liked very much the United Nations. He thought it was a really good idea, yeah? Okay. For example, in 1986, His Holiness the Pope, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and many other important religious leaders prayed together for world peace in Assisi, Italy, yeah? So that was, at the time Rinpoche was living near Assisi, in Gubbio, yeah? And remember when Nune was talking, she said that was the meeting where she met Rinpoche, and Claudio Tipulo, that they were there at that meeting, yeah? So Rinpoche says this global responsibility for peace was not shared in this way in previous times. It is a sign that spiritual values and energy are returning, yeah? So once you hit the bottom, there's nowhere to go but up, yeah? So Rinpoche was firmly at the belief that actually we were kind of rising a little bit from the bottom of the Kali Yuga, and that we and many other positive people were part of this wave of positivity that finally, in 400 years' time, will result in the Shambhala energy fully manifesting in this world, okay? Then Rinpoche says, from my limited perspective, I see a rising tide of pollution and degeneration engulfing our world. I see that the tremendous developments of science and technology in the last 300 years, while bringing material comforts, have not solved our fundamental human problems or given us the deep and lasting inner peace and contentment that we seek. Yeah? Man has even been to the moon, but has brought back nothing more than rocks and dust. It seems we must look in another direction to find a message of peace, the message of peace we are so longing for. Maybe we need to look back to the essence of ancient ideas and methods, yeah? Okay, so, in Buddhism, we're not against science and technology. In fact, we like science and technology. In fact, all our lamas and monks and geshes in India and Tibet, now they all of them, it appears, have iPhone, iPad, and all this kind of stuff. They all just love it, yeah? Okay. So we're not against technology. In fact, we can use technology in a positive way. And in the past, let's say 30 years, there's been this great movement amongst the Tibetan lamas, yeah, to digitalize and preserve their tradition, actually. Incredible, no? So they've totally gone online, they've totally embraced modern technology. Yeah. In fact, now Rinpoche, actually, Khenchen Rinpoche, I think he was the first Lama that embraced streaming, no? But now everybody's doing it. First, all the Lamas were like, oh, no, no, no. And now every single Lama's doing it, Incredible, no? So we're not against technology at all, actually. In our Kala Chakra Tantra, we have, in the Kala Chakra Tantra, there's 6 chapters, yeah? The first chapter is the outer Kala Chakra, yeah? And in the outer Kala Chakra, they talk about astronomy, yeah? Like astronomy, kind of like NASA, actually, but obviously with open eyes. They didn't have like binoculars, but anyway, visual astronomy, yeah? And astrology, and also science and technology is what they're talking about, yeah? Okay? So in Buddhism, we never had really any problem with technology, except if it's misused for like violent aims, but that's the same for anything, no? Okay, we're just not into violence, yeah? Okay. So there are ways to use technology in positive ways that we're completely into, yeah? Okay. But what Rinpoche is saying here is that most, with the incredible development of the Industrial Revolution, which I think started in Britain, in the 18th century, well, it's brought, like some kind of material prosperity, yeah? There's been a lot of incredible negative side effects, especially the destruction of the environment, yeah? Now, for example, we're very concerned with global warming. Why? Because we've been burning fossil fuels since 1850, yeah? So now we've overheated our atmosphere, yeah? So, there's many, many negative side effects to our relative material comfort that we've achieved, okay? Okay, they says this is Rinpoche always used to say this all the time. He used to say, okay, you in your society, people have been to the moon, but what did they bring back? Rocks, yeah. We Tibetan Lamas, we've been to the moon. We discovered the actual essence of the moon, which is the cool nature of bodhicitta, of peace energy, yeah. So he said, you need to go to my moon, not your moon. He used to say things like that all the time, yeah. Okay. Anyway, Rinpoche himself, he used to have an iPad and then 2 iPhones actually. So he was not against technology, but it's just like how we use it, okay? We need to use everything in the best way, in a positive way, okay? So he said we need to look back to the essence of ancient ideas and methods, yeah, which is true, no? Like not throw out the baby with the bathwater, not reject totally ancient culture, because there was really some wisdom, something that actually was very beneficial, yeah, okay? Okay, then page 34, Rinpoche says, His Holiness the Dalai Lama and other messengers of the Shambhala kingdom have developed the inner science and technology of their minds, manifesting their full moon wisdom consciousnesses. Thus they can give to our world fantastic messages of permanent inner peace and happiness that can really bring our tired world and its beings deep and lasting benefits, yeah. So our tradition is called NgalSo, no? NgalSo, yeah. It means we're very tired, we need to relax and recover our energy, yeah. So that's what it means. Then we need to recover. It's like we've made a mess, and also we've not only are we tired, but the elements are tired, our environment's tired. But anyway, because everything's interconnected, we can recover our energy if we do the right thing, yeah. So this and other positive ideas are ways to recover the energy, yeah. Okay. So Rinpoche says, if we integrate their messages of peace into our busy daily lives, it's possible we can relax all the mental and physical sufferings we experience and transform our society into Shambhala, yeah. Okay. Then he starts to explain what Shambhala. So he says, Shambhala is a legendary, pure human society in which all people have developed their human potential to a high level. Some may doubt that Shambhala actually exists, but spiritual practitioners who have researched the Shambhala legend have found something very deep, profound, and practical to exist in it. Yeah? The people of Shambhala were very fortunate to receive the Kala Chakra or Wheel of Time Tantric teaching 2,500 years ago from the Bodhisattva King Suchandra. He received these teachings directly from Lord Buddha. Later, on the site called Danya Kosha, now called Amarath or Amaravati in South India, a great stupa called Peldendrapum was built in memory of the revelation of this profound and supremely effective healing method. Some historical accounts also state that the Buddha, while giving these teachings, simultaneously manifested the Kalachakra mandala on the site of the present Borobudur Stupa in Indonesia. It is thought that the original essence stupa of Kalachakra is buried either directly inside the Great Borobudur Stupa or nearby. King Suchandra taught the Kalachakra teachings to all the people in Shambhala. As a result of their practice, the entire kingdom, the people, and even the earth upon which it stood dematerialized from this earth to a higher astral realm, a more pure and subtle level of reality. Lord Buddha entrusted the care of the spiritual and life energy of human society and the environment to the Shambhala Rigdan, the Dharma King and World Healer, his retinue of lesser kings, time lords, and peace lords. To this day, the people of Shambhala watch over us, waiting for the right moment to link their pure Shambhala energy with our ordinary world. According to the prophecy of Lord Buddha, approximately 2,800 years after his parinirvana, which is approximately 300 years from now, when our world is about to be totally engulfed by the forces of evil and darkness, the Shambhala Rigdan will lead his armies of heroes and heroines out of Shambhala to subdue the Lalo barbarians. Lalo means those without spiritual energy and compassion, yeah? The ultimate Shambhala war will continue until the forces of darkness are destroyed and a new golden age of spiritual and life energy can begin. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about that, yeah? Very interesting, yeah? Okay. So, okay, you just heard what Rinpoche said. So what I've done is, okay, got two things here. One is the Shambhala Lamyik, which is the guide to Shambhala by 6th Panchen Lama Lobsang Palden Yeshe. And the other is, let me just close this. The other is something by Jonangpa Taranatha, great master, who's great master of the Kalachakra Tantra, yeah? Okay, so let me find what he says. He says very interesting things about the Kalachakra, yeah? Okay, let me just get it, sorry. Okay, here we are. Okay, so anyway, Taranatha, incredible, important master, yeah? In the history of Tibetan Buddhism, yeah? Okay. Actually, we have actually in our NgalSo tradition, yeah? Some of our Trollcore teachings, yeah, okay, the Trollcore, the exercises that we do are from the Kalachakra tradition, yeah, and especially from the writings of the great master Taranatha, yeah. One of the things that Kenshin Rinpoche said he would like to do was actually like to invite a Jonangpa teacher that he knew. He'd like to invite him to Albaniano in order to share the Trollcore with us. So I don't know if that might be possible still in the future. We will see, yeah. But anyway, one time he did meet him in Tibet, and also Lama Michel was there, and he filmed him doing like some of these Jonang Trollcore exercises. Yeah, okay. So gradually, we need to bring those out within our Trollcore teachings. Yeah. Anyway, all very, very fascinating stuff. Yeah. Okay. So the Jonangpas, whose main thing was the Kalachakra Tantra, yeah. Actually, their main temple was actually not so far away from Shigatse, not so far. By ancient Tibetan terms, it was far, yeah, maybe some days away by yak. But anyway, modern terms, not so far away, maybe one day away by jeep, no? So anyway, so they're kind of in that part of Tibet, yeah? So they definitely knew about each other, yeah? Okay. So anyway, so Taranatha says, yeah, this is his explanation of the history of Kalachakra. So he says, on the full moon of the month of Chaitra, in the year following his enlightenment at the great stupa of Danyakata, the Buddha emanated the mandala of the glorious lunar mansions in front of an audience of countless Buddhas, bodhisattvas, heroes, dakinis, gods, nagas, yakshas, and fortunate people who had gathered from all the villages north of the river Sita, yeah? And he taught this because he was requested by an emanation of Buddha Vajrapani, the king Suchandra, to teach this Tantra, yeah? Okay? Okay, so Chaitra month actually is March, April, yeah? Okay? Okay. Anyway, so the Buddha, yeah? He taught the Kala Chakra Tantra, yeah? As requested by King Suchandra, yeah? And then Dharma King Suchandra wrote down the tantras, wrote it down in his land of Shambhala, yeah? And he wrote down an explanatory tantra and a root tantra, yeah? Okay? And then he had divine workers construct from jewels a mandala palace of Kalachakra, 400 cubits. A cubit is this, yeah? Okay? So it means like a cubit. So that means basically it's 123 meters across, which very strangely is the dimension of Borobudur, yeah? Okay? We know all these things because Rinpoche insisted that many times that we measure Borobudur, yeah? So all these things are true, yeah? So anyway, 400 cubits across, yeah? So then Suchandra taught the Mantrayana, the mantra vehicle, to many humans, and they his people, no? And they achieved the highest realization. And then in the second year after he taught the Mula Tantra, the root Tantra of Kalachakra, and having installed as regent his son, yeah, he passed on. He entered Paranirvana, yeah, okay? Okay, so what does all this mean? It means that King Suchandra of Shambhala, he requested the Buddha for the Kalachakra teaching, yeah, okay? And north of the river Sita, the White River, yeah, the Buddha manifested this incredible jeweled mandala, yeah? The mandala of all, what's it called? The mandala of the glorious lunar mansions, the nakshastras, yeah? And then they all practiced it, yeah, okay? Okay, so then, yeah? Okay, so anyway, so okay, so Suchandra was the first king of Shambhala, yeah? Now, Rinpoche, yeah? Gangchen Rinpoche, he was absolutely convinced that despite, you know, despite the Tibetan lamas in Tashi Lumpur saying, go north, you'll find Shambhala there, to the Jesuits, yeah? He was convinced that actually the actual site of the Kalachakra teaching was in Java in Indonesia. So how did he come to this idea? Well, there's many reasons. For example, when we were doing the long sadhana of Kalachakra, I've got a copy here, but anyway, we request that from the Tashi Lumpur Tantric College, they send us the extensive initiation of Kalachakra in Tibetan, no? From the Tantric to Rinpoche, yeah? Because we needed some text in order to make the NgalSo Kalachakra sadhana, yeah? Okay, so after 5 years, this was a story, but after 5 years, we actually got the text, yeah? Big text like this, no? Okay, so when Rinpoche was reading, it was like very exciting, saying, look. And he was showing me, and he made me take a photo of the page and everything. He said, here it says that the Kalachakra mandala is near Malaya. Malaya, and you say the mountains of Malaya. Malaya is Malaysia, no? Okay. And he's saying, actually, look, it's clear, even in the Tibetan teachings, that actually what they meant is near Malaysia, yeah, not up there, you know, in Mongolia, yeah, okay. You know, so he was always like very much, Rinpoche was completely interested in all this. Also, he had like his, let's say, divine revelation of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas appearing to him in Borobudur, no? And he saw them directly like one person to another, yeah? Anyway, Rinpoche was 100,000% convinced that Borobudur in Indonesia was the actual site of Kalachakra, yeah? Okay? Anyway, so the first king of Shambhala, yeah? Which materialized a bit like, what do you call it, the Celestine prophecy, yeah? All the people dematerialized to a different level, yeah? Okay? So, anyway, maybe the Celestine prophecy is taken from the Shambhala legend, not the other way around, yeah? So there's these kings of Shambhala, they all live a long time, yeah? So the first one was Suchandra, yeah? His second one was Sureshvara, yeah? Okay, and then the seventh one was a very famous one called King Yashas, yeah? Or Dragpa, that means very famous king, yeah? An emanation of Manjusri, yeah? Okay? And it says, this is what Taranatha says, yeah? At that time, there were 35 million, no less, Brahmin sages who lived in the 96 regions around, yeah? and he saw it was time to convert them. He understood that if he did not convert them to the Dharma, in the future their descendants would become barbarians, yeah, okay? But he understood that if they entered the mantra teachings, then all the people of these 96 regions would enter the mantra path, yeah? Okay, so he understood. Okay, so what he did is basically, yeah, he understood that by being nice to them, they would not convert to the Dharma, yeah? So what he did is he expelled them all from Shambhala, yeah? Okay, Shambhala's a real place, yeah? So they all traveled south for 10 days, and on the 10th days arrived at a great forest, yeah? So then the king, with a kind of magic spell, with an enchantment, he subdued them into a deep sleep, yeah? And then he got his divine assistants, yeah, the ones who built the jewel mandala, to carry them into the sky and transport them into the center of the Malaya groves, and they don't need to go on Lufthansa or KLM like us. They were carried by divine beings to the Malaya grove in front of the mandala that had been built by King Suchandra, yeah? So they woke up and were completely amazed. Where am I? What is this beautiful place, yeah? So then the king, Yaksha, and his minister, Sagaramati, yeah, they gave them the initiation and teaching of Kalachakra, yeah, okay? And then as a result, they were impressed and they started to practice and they converted to the Dharma, yeah? And so as a result, many, many, many people entered the path of inner and world peace, yeah? Them and their descendants, yeah, okay? And so when this was done was the full moon of the month of Chaitra, Nagpa month in the Tibetan calendar, yeah, okay? And then on the full moon of Vaisakha or Saga month, they all achieved the non-dual awareness. They achieved enlightenment, okay? So actually, yeah, when Rinpoche passed into paranirvana, no? Okay, then at the time, we were thinking how to do, no? And originally there was this idea to cremate his holy body at one time. So the time that the Tibetan masters of Tashi Lumpo suggest was this time, no? This full moon of Saga month, yeah, okay? Which is when they all achieved the realization of the Kalachakra. Anyway, so that didn't happen, yeah, but anyway. So Rinpoche always, every moment of his life, had a very special connection with the Kalachakra practice, yeah, okay? Anyway. Okay, so because King Suchandra and his people, many of his people, not all of them, the ones who didn't practice, they got expelled and had to be transported through the sky to the palace, at the Kalachakra palace near the Malaya mountain, yeah? And then in the time of the 7th king, they were given the Kalachakra initiation, and then they converted to the path of peace, yeah? Okay? Anyway, so according to Janangpa Taranatha, actually, all the kings of Shambhala are 10th Bhumi Bodhisattvas, yeah? Yeah? Interesting aside, on the Borobudur temples, yeah? The kings, the Sailendra kings that built Borobudur and also Mendut, that whole temple complex, it said they have like some inscriptions, yeah? And above the entrance of the Mendut temple, which is the entrance to the Borobudur, Bhumisambara temple complex in central Java, it says, I, King Sailendra, who is a 10th Bhumi Bodhisattva, I constructed this, for the benefit of all beings, yeah, okay? Anyway, so all the kings of Shambhala were considered to be 10th Bhumi Bodhisattvas, yeah, okay? So, so now, actually, okay, we're in the time of King Aniruddha, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, and in the time of King Chakri or Kolochen, who will be the 25th king of Shambhala, yeah, that's the time when the actual Shambhala event will happen. I said that last time I was talking, no? Yeah, so that's astronomically calculated to be the dawning of the age of Aquarius, yeah, which is 2424 or something in our Western calendar, yeah, okay, according to sidereal astrology, like according to NASA, yeah, not according to Western astrology, which is the calculations not been corrected for 2,000 years. So because of the precession of the equinoxes, they're wrong, okay? Yeah, sorry to say, but anyway, they are. Yeah, okay. So anyway, so I just wanted to share that with you. That's some things that Jonang Taranatha said about the history of Kalachakra. No, okay. We'll just close this here. Yeah. Okay, so this is not just something that Rinpoche has been saying. Kanchen Rinpoche, it's like a very deep stream of thought within Tibetan Buddhism. Okay, about the future return of the Shambhala people into our world. Okay. Okay, let's see where I was. Okay, so anyway, in 2424, King Kolo Chen, who's a future rebirth of His Holiness the Panchen Lama, yeah, will lead the people of Shambhala back in. They will descend back to our level, yeah, and raise our level, yeah. Okay, basically, yeah. And enact a new golden age of human society. This is the idea, the age of Aquarius, yeah? Okay, so don't worry. Only another 400 years to go. We're almost there, okay? Just hang in there, yeah? Keep doing the right thing, and in 400 years, everything will get better, yeah? So, okay, so then Rinpoche says, yeah? Right now, in this page 35, yeah? In this book, yeah? Okay? Right now, in many ways, it looks like this world is almost destroyed. The essence of human life is diminished. Inner peace of body and mind are lost, and there is great suffering. There are many dangerous sicknesses, environmental pollution, natural disasters, war, famine, and people do not trust each other anymore. In fact, it looks like we and our brother and sister human beings are intent on personal and planetary suicide. But please do not feel depressed and think that the world situation is hopeless, as there are many spiritual messages of hope contained within the great world religions. From my limitless perspective, me, Ganshin Rinpoche, I'm repeating Rinpoche's words now. From my limited perspective, I feel that one of our best chances for deep inner and planetary healing is to link our world with the pure energy of Shambhala. So, if you like, we have a big, long sadhana where you can connect to the 772 Guru Buddhas of Shambhala. And we have many different explanations about the planets, the outer Kala Chakra, the inner Kala Chakra, the alternative Kala Chakra, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, very welcome. Yeah, come to Al Banyano Healing Meditation Center every winter from December the 26th to January the 6th when we do that each year. If not, we can do this. We can do NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing. It says linking this world to Shambhala, yeah? Yeah? Up to us how we want to. But anyway, this is definitely easier, I can tell you, yeah? Okay? We must reprint those Shambhala passports, yeah? I actually, I mean, of course, I was there with Rinpoche, so I have all 5. They're really nice, yeah? So we need to definitely reprint those, And many people, they always put the question, if I go to a Pure Land, let's say if I go to Tushita, can I go to Kiadra land of Dakinis, yeah? So I think it's like the EU, once you have a passport for one, you can go to all the other countries. So I'm sure that if we get a passport to one Pure Land, we'll be able to freely travel to all the others, don't worry, yeah? Okay? Okay, so then page 36, Rinpoche says, yeah? There are already many signs that the Shambhala energy is rising and reflecting upon our society. For example, many people are searching for inner peace and the essence of life. There is an increasing interest in vegetarian and macrobiotic diets, Tai Chi, preservation of nature, yoga exercises, acupuncture, meditation and mantra recitation, herbal medicine, ancient spiritual healing methods, and many other forms of self-healing. There is also an increasing interest in human rights and the plight of the third world. Politically, we can see many developments such as the EU, the European Union, the end of the Cold War, and the end of the communist domination in the USSR and Eastern Europe, the nuclear arms reduction treaties, and the increasing importance of the European Parliament, the United Nations, and its peacekeeping forces. Yeah. To mention but a few examples, UNESCO has rebuilt the Great Borobudur Stupa in Indonesia and is taking care of the ancient Buddhist site in Lumbini, the birthplace of the Buddha in Nepal. The Indian government is taking care of Bodh Gaya, Ellora, and Ajanta. The UN and various governments are also taking care of the other religious power places of the world. Yeah, okay. So this is true, no? UNESCO, United Nations, education, social and cultural organizations doing an incredible job protecting the holy places of all the world religions. Yeah, okay. Really great job, no? Regarding Borobudur, yeah, that's a very nice story, yeah. So Professor Lokesh Chandra, who's a great, who is still alive now, is considered the greatest academic of Buddhist thought, yeah, in modern times. Yeah, he's very old now. I think he's about 96 years old, living in Delhi in India, yeah. And he actually gathered together in the 1970s. He gathered together a group of academics who petitioned UNESCO to rebuild the Borobudur Stupa Mandala. Okay, so it was thanks to him and the academic community that finally UNESCO decided, together with the Indonesian government, to rebuild Borobudur. Yeah, and then later on, Khenchen Rinpoche and Lokesh Chandra, they met each other actually several times and became good friends, you know, with a lot of mutual respect and admiration. Yeah, like Lokesh Chandra, he wrote many beautiful introductions and forewords for Rinpoche's works. Yeah, so very nice, no? Actually, so it was Lokesh Chandra who went with Borobudur and when Lokesh Chandra went around Borobudur with Rinpoche, he said, you know what, you know, it's true. He has like one of the biggest libraries of Buddhist books in the world. He has like 1 million ancient Buddhist texts, yeah, in this personal library, okay, in Delhi. Yeah? And he's like spent, I don't know, like 60, 70 years. He's like speaks 20 languages. He's like world's super best academic about Buddhism in the world, okay. So anyway, he walked around Borobudur with Rinpoche and he said, you know what? I understood more walking around with you than I understood all the rest of my life with all the studies I did about Borobudur. So thank you very much. Yeah. Now I really understood something. So that's also true now, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. That's why we need the great wisdom masters. Yeah. So in Tibetan Buddhism, we have two things. We have the lineage, what's called the lineage of the written lineage and the lineage of experience. Yeah. Like, for example, Kedrubje, yeah, he was one of the two. Lama Sankara, many disciples, no? 8 great disciples or 2 great disciples. But one of them was called Kedrubje. So K means like Kyepa, scholar, and Drub means like Drupa, realized person, yeah? So we need one we need to be like a Kyepa, we need to be a scholar, an academic, we need to like know a lot about the subject, yeah? Why? Because it's really helpful. And the other is we need to become a Drupa, somebody with inner realization, inner experience, yeah? So even the greatest scholar in the world, the greatest Kyepa, said, oh, thank you, Rinpoche, Khenchen Rinpoche. Now I got some realization through you walking around Borobudur with you, you know. So beautiful, no? We're very, very, very lucky, you know, that, you know, we have this opportunity to practice Rinpoche's teachings, which are like fresh baked bread coming out of the oven. He's made all this fresh for us, yeah. All we need to do now is pick it up and eat it, yeah. He said, please practice my teachings, yeah, okay. Please practice that. Don't drop them. Continue. Yeah. Practice them more deeply. Yeah. Then we will all quickly, slowly, we will get the realization of NgalSo self-healing and become better people with something more to benefit to society. Yeah. So we're incredibly lucky that Rinpoche Khenchen Rinpoche gave us this precious opportunity. Yeah? So thank you very much, Rinpoche, and let's continue with your holy words. Yeah. Okay, then on page 36 at the bottom, Rinpoche says, outside Tibet, His Holiness the Dalai Lama is taking care of the preservation of the Tibetan culture and religion. Yeah. Actually, inside Tibet, His Holiness the Panchen Lama was taking care of the, Tibetan culture and religion, together with the Chinese government. Yeah, okay. Okay, then Rinpoche said, inside Tibet, after the devastation caused by the Cultural Revolution, which was not just in Tibet, it was the whole of China. It was a pan-China phenomenon. It affected all Chinese nationalities, okay, of which there's 50 nationalities within the Chinese Union, okay. So then, inside Tibet, significant efforts are being made by the Chinese government to restore the ancient temples and power places, which is true, I greatly rejoice in this. Also, many great scientists feel that the Shambhala energy on the subconscious level, many great scientists feel the Shambhala energy on the subconscious level, For example, Albert Einstein said, the religion of the future will be a cosmic religion. It should transcend a personal God and avoid dogma and theology. Covering both the natural and the spiritual, it should be based on a religious sense arising from the experience of all things natural and spiritual as a meaningful unity. Buddhism answers these descriptions. If there is any religion that would cope with modern scientific needs, it will be Buddhism, So I was saying, like we Buddhists, we don't have actually any problem with, we don't feel any dichotomy between science and religion, okay, no problem, It's just something, it's a means to an end, but we need to use, what would be better if we use technology for things like, and science for example, overcoming world hunger, finding something to digest plastic pollution, this kind of alternative energies, this kind of stuff. They should put more energy into that, into useful things, not unuseful things like, like space tourism and all the other, or making a village for billionaires to float around space and all these other unuseful things that they're trying to do now. Okay. Anyway, Rinpoche says, I do not believe that Buddhism will become the new world religion, and I personally think there's no need for this. However, I do believe that these positive manifestations are due to the blessings of the holy beings of all religion, transforming our mental attitudes, So Rinpoche always, for years and years, said very clearly, it's not necessary to be a Buddhist in order to listen to or practice the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing teachings. Everybody in the world is welcome to our centers, to our teachings. In fact, this is why we're putting them on YouTube. This is Rinpoche's idea. Anybody who likes, you're welcome to listen. There's no, everybody should have the opportunity at least. Of course, then finally it will depend on one's karma, whether you actually want to listen to them, and also how you receive them is also determined by our own karma, isn't it? Also our motivation and so on. But anyway, Rinpoche felt strongly that everybody should have the opportunity, okay, who likes, and he always said that people of other cultures and religion are welcome to shop in the Good Thought supermarket, he called it, of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing. And if there's any nice ideas that you want to use and integrate into your own life, you're very welcome. This is the point of all this, actually, to give everybody a better life, That was Lord Buddha's idea. That's why he founded the Dharma, okay? To stop as many people in the world as possible from suffering, To put as many people's minds as possible in the right direction, okay? So please, any ideas you like to use, you're very welcome, okay? That was what Rinpoche himself said, okay? Okay, so yes, and also, by the way, we Buddhists, we are unlike the Jesuits, we are not of a missionary disposition, because we believe that people only take refuge of their own free will, of their own volition, so we cannot take babies and baptize them into the three jewels. People have to be old enough and have the self-awareness to know what it is, and freely of their own volition take refuge in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, understanding what that means, So they step forward towards Buddhism freely. Nobody's like pushing them to do it, okay? And that's our credo, is that everybody, it's up to you, We never, how do you say, we don't proselytize? How do you say? We don't try and convert people, okay? Then Rinpoche says, okay, the ultimate Shambhala war It's page 37, yeah? The ultimate Shambhala war can be understood as the final healing crisis of our world. The present rise of pure spiritual and life energy can be understood as the initial stages of self-healing for the severely unbalanced energies and elements of our world, our society, and ourself. We must relax these dependently arising sufferings by healing our outer, inner, and secret worlds on the gross, subtle, and very subtle levels. Yeah? As Lord Buddha said when he taught the Kala Chakra, just as it is with the outer world, so too it is with the inner world. So there's a very meaningful, all Rinpoche things, there's a lot of information there, no? Okay. So Rinpoche always said NgalSo, no? NgalSo, it's two parts, Nel and So, yeah? NgalSo, which means relax, no? It means we're very tired, we need to relax and recover our energy. So he said we need to relax the Nel part, yeah? The dependently arising cause and conditions of suffering, which is like our ignorance, our delusions, our negative karma of body, speech, and mind, yeah, on the normal level. And then, according to Tantra, our ordinary appearance and our ordinary wrong way of thinking and of thinking about ourselves, yeah. We need to transform our ordinary pride into Guru Buddha pride, yeah, and our wrong perception of reality into the right perception of reality. Okay, so all that we need to relax, yeah. Okay. But fortunately, there's a method, which is the So part of NgalSo. Lord Buddha and the Indian and Tibetan masters after him, in our case, through our Genda Ningu tradition, down to the great masters of the present day, like Kanshin Rinpoche and others. Yeah, they explained how to transform and heal our outer, inner, and secret worlds on the gross, subtle, and very subtle levels. Okay, gross level, we know what that is. Subtle level, subtle body is the subtle energy body, the channels, chakras, winds, and drops, and the subtle mind is, okay, we have many different levels, yeah? Okay, we have we have the different thoughts that come up related to the 5 elements, yeah? And we have what's called the 80 indicative conceptions, which arise when actually, for normal people, when we go to sleep. There's some thoughts related to the male part of our subconscious, some parts related to the female part of our subconscious, and then some thoughts related to the non-dual part of our subconscious, yeah? For normal people, they arise during sleep, yeah? Or at the time, or of course, for everybody at the time of death, yeah? In the Tantric meditation, we try and heal all this through the Tantric NgalSo self-healing meditations and many other kinds of meditation, yeah? Okay? The very subtle body and mind is in the center of the heart chakra, in what we call the indestructible drop, yeah? Okay, it's destructible at the time of death, yeah? But in all our lifetimes, it's indestructible. And inside there is a stream of pure energy, or let's say the most pure that we have, actually. Maybe not fully pure for us ordinary people, but the purest one that we presently have, which is the 5 elements, together with the, it's like the root of our consciousness, actually, yeah? And okay, in some Buddhist schools of thought, like Yogacara, mind only, they explain it like this, yeah? Well, it's like a kind of repository of our thoughts. All the thoughts and impressions that we have in our life are stored in there. There's something called the Alaya Vijnana, which is a storehouse consciousness. So let's say in modern terms, it's like an enormous hard disk. It's not enormous in size, but in terms of capacity, yeah? So everything we do is recorded, yeah? Doesn't matter what we think, what we do, what we see, everything is recorded, okay, yeah? Okay. And then when the causes and conditions come together, those impressions ripen in the term of experience, yeah, okay? Okay, and this part of us goes together from life to life. Let's say it's the basis of the continuity of consciousness according to the mind-only school, okay, which is one of the Mahayana schools of Buddhist philosophy, yeah, okay? So anyway, so we have this very subtle body and very subtle mind, yeah? Okay. And Rinpoche always said, like we have all this recorded, yeah? Okay, everything is recorded, but then we forgot, yeah? So then the problems start, yeah? Because I don't know, we do something like we're mean, we're selfish, we don't put out the garbage, we do all kinds of different things which are not so nice, yeah? And then finally, one day, the bill arrives of our actions in terms of a bad experience, a sickness, a suffering, something happens, like boof, yeah? Rinpoche said it was like a karma bomb, yeah, a karma mine, yeah, that we trod on, yeah. And then we get really upset because we don't understand what's happening to us. Like, oh, where did this come from? Why me? And we feel like sorry for ourselves, like a victim. But in fact, why me is because we did it to ourselves, yeah. We recorded all these impressions in the alaya vijnana, in the storehouse consciousness, or in the space disk, as Rinpoche used to say. It's all there. So we have to find a way to purify all that stuff, yeah, or at least make sure only the positive impressions manifest in our mind, yeah, okay? Okay, hence why we need a method, a tantric method, because it's the only one where we can get to work with the subtle and very subtle mind while we're in this body, while we're in the gross state, yeah, okay? So, okay, so we have an outer world, okay, the outer world, yeah? We have our inner world, our personal world, and our personal experience, yeah? And then we have the secret world, which even we ourselves are not aware of, like things in our subconscious or in our very subtle mind, like the minds that are clear light and so on, that manifest at the time of death, yeah? For normal people, yeah? But if we practice Tantra, we can actually experience those incredible experiences in our life, yeah? Okay? This we'll talk about a lot more as we go on, yeah? Okay? So then Rinpoche says on page 37, he says, as Lord Buddha said when he taught the Kalachakra Tantra, as it is with the outer world, so too it is in the inner world, yeah? This is also the same in alchemy and Western esotericism, in the Kabbalah, in all the esoteric traditions, they all say the same, yeah? As above, so below. As it is in the outer world, so too it is in the inner world, yeah? It's like we are interconnected, yeah? We are a reflection of the universe, yeah? It's just like such a powerful idea, no? Powerful and true idea, yeah? Why? Because we are part of the universe, yeah? No doubt, yeah? So therefore, the universe affects us, yeah? Outer things affect us, as we know very clearly, but also we have the power to affect others around us and the environment, yeah? So, normal people, okay, so of course, sometimes we do good things, but many times we also, I don't know, we have an emotional attack or something and we affect others in not such a nice way, yeah? We spread energies around that not so nice. But as we evolve, yeah, and we can become like more stable, more kind, more peaceful, yeah, have more positive energy, then that energy is spreading around us, yeah, which is why we like very much to hang around with like high lamas, geshes, monks, nuns, sadhus, priests, these kind of people, yeah, because of this positive vibration, yeah, okay? So Rinpoche, Khenchen Rinpoche, used to say the holy places can bless us, but we have to develop the ability so we can bless places and make holy places, yeah? Which is what he himself invested a lot of time and energy in. For example, so many places around the world, no? To people's houses, to many different meditation centers and temples and holy places, doing pujas and putting back the positive energy. He was very, very much interested in that, yeah? Leaving a positive vibration, yeah? And if we are lucky enough to be in one of those holy places, yeah, then actually that's a great place for us to meditate. That's why our centers all around the world are like in Chile, in Argentina, in Brazil, many, no? In all our groups, yeah, all the places that Rinpoche blessed, no, in America, throughout Europe, in Asia, no, like for example in China, in Kuala Lumpur, in Tibet, Indonesia, Nepal, so many places, no, India, lots and lots of places Rinpoche went to, in Sri Lanka, yeah. All those places are very good places for us to meditate, yeah, for us, yeah. And also, actually, we need to now take care of the energy of those holy places and not allow the energy to degenerate. How do we do that? Is by us, who are there, being very peaceful and very friendly and united together, yeah? So continuing to practice together, being friendly together, sticking together as a Vajra family, a spiritual family, yeah? And also doing lots of our NgalSo practices and pujas and meditations together. So we maintain the holy energy that Rinpoche and also the other great masters that he invite to our centers, yeah? So we're going to continue that holy energy, okay? So that's a very important task that we're all responsible for, yeah, okay? not just Lama Michelle, not just me, all of us together. We're all responsible for keeping up the, let's say, as they say in Brazil, the astral, the positive energy, okay, of all our temples and centers around the world, yeah? So every time we sit together and we do a puja, we are contributing to that. So whether we're in Buzios or I don't know where we might be, in Santiago or Madrid or Almeria, Malaga, Albaniano, Kuala Lumpur, wherever, we're all working together to keep up this positive energy, as Rinpoche called it, the Shambhala energy, yeah? So that's all a very good thing for us to all do, okay? And so we can all, so every time we all do a puja, we're contributing to raise the Shambhala energy, yeah? So never think, oh, my life is not worthwhile, yeah? This in itself is a worthwhile contribution to society. Okay, of course, people don't know, but remember, we're supposed to be Lojong practitioners, yeah? So it doesn't matter whether they know or not. It's important that we're doing it, okay? Okay, then, page 37. The ultimate Shambhala war of the future in 2424 is a wisdom war manifesting to awaken spiritual wisdom, compassion and happiness, and the bliss and emptiness energies of our body and minds, transforming them into the pure and positive energies of enlightenment. It is really the battle between the great forces of darkness and light on the outer, inner, and secret levels. Do not think that Shambhala war means bloodshed and killing, or what we know of as war in our human world. The Shambhala war is a spiritual war, and its peace warriors cannot cause physical harm to any being. Let me repeat that. Shambhala warriors cannot cause physical harm to any being. Okay, that for the third time. Shambhala warriors cannot cause physical harm to any being, okay? So it's not a physical war, yeah? It's about us collectively changing the way we think, yeah? Changing our, sorry, let's put a bit more light, yeah? Okay? Changing our attitudes, yeah? Okay? Put like that, okay? Changing our inner feelings, yeah? Okay? Maybe I'll put that there, okay? Excuse me, 1 second. Actually, Kala Chakra, no, it's all about the qualities of light, yeah? Very fascinating, yeah? Like the male deity, Kala Chakra, he's about the lunar cycle and the qualities of the moonlight, yeah? And the female deity, Vishwamata, yeah? Female Guru Buddha, she's the quality of the sunlight and the sun cycle, yeah? It's all about this interplay of these two energies, these two lights. So every day as the sun rises and sets and the moon rises and sets and the planets rise and cross across the ecliptic and through the 12 houses of the zodiac in the sky. If we look like in a spiritual way, so fascinating, so interesting, yeah? And there we can see emptiness, we can see impermanence, we can see the 5 elements, all kinds of incredibly interesting things, yeah? So this is our Buddhist way, yeah? We need to transform all the phenomena arise around us into the path to enlightenment. For example, the great Buddhist master Nagarjuna, yeah? He wrote this book called Mula Madhyamika Karika, the root explanation of the the middle way, yeah? Root explanation of the middle way, okay? And in there, he explains emptiness, the nature of reality. And how does he explain it? With everything around us. Like, for example, he explains it in terms of light. He explains it in terms of walking in and out of a room. Yeah. He explains it in terms of the elements. He explains it in terms of lighting a fire from wood. He explains it in terms of all the actual natural phenomena around us, because that's exactly where we can see the nature of reality, is by observing the things around us in daily life. It's a very beautiful book. However, Rinpoche said, okay, don't bother, too complicated. Look at Panchen Lobsang Chugyi Gyaltsen's discussion between the wisdom and the ego. Okay, he recommended that one, yeah, okay. Or his space training, yeah, okay, or his singing, no? Now, I'm not going to sing because they wouldn't let me into Peace Voices, yeah, I don't know why, but but these are ego-friendly song, what is it? Ego, 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 I really need a peace voice. I'm sorry, I don't want to have one here at the moment. Ego friendly, ego friendly, ego cut. Okay, that's why I'm not in peace voices yet. But anyway, yeah, Rinpoche said we need to sing, no? Like we need to sing his spiritual songs. It's very important, yeah. Okay. Anyway, so Rinpoche says clearly, yeah, we need to become Shambhala warriors, and this means that in terms of our personal transformation, yeah. And we will not be taking up kung fu or harming or, I don't know, tank driving or anything like that, yeah. We will not be causing physical harm to anybody, but we will be spreading positive ideas, okay? So I hope that's clear, yeah? So then Rinpoche says, page 38, the outer Shambhala war, the warlords and army, is an allegory for the inner and secret Shambhala wars through which we transcend our negative emotions and attitudes, yeah? Okay, so like in many spiritual cultures in the world, yeah, they use allegories, you know, like, for example, I don't know, Dante and his travel through hell and purgatory and heaven, no? Okay. They throughout history in the spiritual traditions, they use allegories, you know. Why? Because it catches our attention, yeah? Okay. And it's easier to catch the idea through symbols, through images, no? Then Rinpoche says it symbolizes the strengthening of our Shambhala war. No? It symbolizes the strengthening of our inner self-healing power and the development of our inner Rigdan Guru, our enlightened consciousness. Yeah. Okay, so now this is extremely important. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We need to develop our inner Guru. Okay. Of course, like forever we have our outer guru. Like for me, my guru for now and forever is Khenchen Rinpoche. Okay, yeah, not possible to change. Yeah, like Kyuni Lama, Kyuni Yidam, Kyuni Kadro Chikyonta. You are my guru. You are my Yidam. You are my Daka Dakini protector. You are my everything. Now, in the Bardo and all future lives, guide me with the hook of your compassion. Yeah, like now and forever. Let's be together. Take care of me. No doubt. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But our inner guru, whether it's in the physical body or not. The point of our outer guru and all his great kindness is to help us develop our inner guru, our inner wisdom consciousness. Yeah, okay? So now it's very, very important that we learn to trust ourselves, to be sure in our own decisions. Yeah, okay? As Rinpoche always said, no, we need to believe in ourselves, but not in a stupid way or an egotistical way, but by growing as people, by putting self-healing and the Dharma teachings into practice, yeah, okay? And then as we practice the Dharma, remember this is Rinpoche used to call it an enlightenment marathon, yeah, okay, so as we practice the Dharma for like weeks and months and years over the course of our life, we develop certainty, yeah? We learn to trust ourselves. Like here he says, one of the problems that modern people is nobody trusts each other and they don't trust themselves. So we need to develop trust that we're doing the right thing, that we can believe in ourselves, that our practice is true and certain. Yeah, this gives, and also we like kind of commit ourselves spiritually, and this gives us like great power. This thing called samaya of commitment. Yeah, okay, really. Yeah. Anyway, so little by little, we need to start to embody the qualities of the inner guru, yeah? Even if it's just for ourselves, yeah, and our friends, and if just, okay, maybe we just do for ourselves, but that means we're not completely lost, yeah? Okay, Rinpoche has gone into the clear light, yeah? Okay, into Paranirvana, gone to the Dakini land, wherever he is now. For sure, Rinpoche, I know you're helping like zillions of beings more than even you could help when you were with us, but anyway, but please come back soon anyway, yeah? As soon as possible, yeah? But still, now, with Rinpoche's blessing, with all the blessing of all the Guru, Buddha's, Bodhisattva's blessing, we need to grow, yeah? So now it's like somehow we're forced to grow, yeah? Till now we were like very big children, yeah? Very old children, yeah? Now we have to become mature, we have to step into spiritual adulthood and spiritual maturity, yeah? Okay? So our inner gurus need to manifest. So how do we do that? Is by practicing guru yoga, by repeatedly doing, for example, economy version, Lama Kien, Trinchen Sawe, Lama Kien, Lama Ken, Kyabne Kundu Lama Ken, and imagining Rinpoche dissolves and stays in our heart and mixes with our subtle mind, yeah? So we do this again and again and again, and we're receiving a transfusion of Rinpoche's holy mind into our very subtle mind, yeah? So Rinpoche's mind is a lot better than our mind, yeah? So, okay. So we need once, twice, 100 times, 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times for Rinpoche's holy mind to enter into our subtle mind. And then gradually, like a transfusion, gradually, his positivity will purify our non-positivity, let's say, will become more positive, more pure, more open-minded. Everything will be better, yeah? And our inner guru will gradually manifest, poco a poco, as we say in Italian, yeah? Passo passo, and so on, yeah? Okay? So we need to do like that, very important, yeah? Okay? And our inner guru is our Rigdon King of Shambhala, yeah? Okay? Anyway, further on in the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing book, it talks about this in great detail in what's called the astrological healing practices, okay? This is just the introduction, yeah? Okay? Okay, so then page 38, Rinpoche says, the Shambhala warriors symbolize the wisdom we need to slay the enemies of our 84,000 types of ignorance, the negative minds and mental poison and egotism and other disturbed and distorted states of consciousness. Our delusions, especially our ego-grasping and self-cherishing, our dagzin and chezin, we call in Tibetan, no? Are the Lalo barbarians, the real evil ones, who kill and destroy all possibilities in our lives. These delusions ruin all the beautiful things in the outer and inner world, steal our spiritual and life energy, and smash the pure temples in our hearts. Unlike human enemies who die naturally without needing to be fought or killed, our inner enemies of delusion and our polluted winds do not. They remain with us life to life, with their power increasing. We can see everywhere the devastation resulting from making peace with our true enemies, such as our pride, jealousy, ignorance, attachment, and so forth. Our delusions look like our friends. We show them so much compassion and patience. It's like self-healing one, no? But really, they are our worst enemies, inflicting unbearable suffering and endless problems upon us, yeah? Okay? Okay, so this we need to talk about, I think, the next time when we meet. Hopefully you join me next Tuesday, 7 o'clock Central European time, for the 5th episode of the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing commentary, yeah? Okay, so this we need to talk about in detail, not in 5 minutes, yeah? Okay? But basically, okay, this is the short version, 1 minute version. Okay, next Tuesday we speak in more detail, yeah? Okay? We're Lojong, mind training practitioners, yeah? So in the Lojong teaching, it says, whenever a delusion arises whereby I or others would act inappropriately, we need to slay it with the weapon of the antidote, yeah? So this is the instruction of the Mahayana Lojong teachers, like, for example, Atisha and other great masters, okay? So what that means is that we need to watch our mind, and as soon as, like, I don't know, like anger, jealousy, pride, and all that stuff comes up, yeah? First we need to be aware of what's happening, and then we need to, like, like a warrior would, like, I don't know, stab something with his sword, yeah? So if we have, I don't know, egotism, we should puncture it with the antidote, yeah? Okay? Thinking about other people, for example, yeah? Rather than, we should puncture pride with humbleness and so on. For each one, there's like an antidote, yeah? So in the Buddhist teachings, we say there's, okay, the principal thing we have is dagzin, wrong grasping at self, wrong way of seeing the world, no? Based on that comes chezin, self-cherishing, yeah? Like I, yeah, me, and mine, yeah? From that come all the problems. Then from that come desire and hatred, yeah? Our mind becomes unbalanced, yeah? And from that come greed, jealousy, pride, and then tons of other delusions and tons of other problems of body, speech, and mind. And as a result, we circle in our personal samsara, as Chandrakirti, the great master Chandrakirti said, like a bucket hitting the sides of a well. You know, I don't know if you've ever taken water out of a well with a bucket. I haven't, yeah. But apparently when you winch your bucket up, yeah, when it's got some water in it, starts to swing and it goes like bang, 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 yeah, on the sides of the well, yeah. So that means all the time we're banging up against people and situations and creating suffering for ourselves and others, yeah? So from one delusion, which is the wrong way of seeing the world, which we're born with, it's innate, yeah? Finally come out, we say 84,000 delusions, all casino, basically, comes out of casino, yeah? So we need an army of Shambhala warriors, which means positive minds, which are many, many different positive solutions to create inner and world peace, okay? So this is a very important idea in the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing teachings and also in the Kala Chakra teachings, which are part of our NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing system, yeah, okay? So we will talk about this in more detail next Tuesday, okay? Okay, so now I think that's okay for today, no? Anyway, we have time, no? You know, we will continue till we finish, as long as it takes, yeah? And, of course, if you can't wait, you can always read the book yourself, yeah? You don't need to wait for me to talk about it. Please get a copy and read it, and also all our commentaries, yeah? There are many different commentaries. Also on YouTube, we have many, many, many different videos explaining about self-healing. So please feel free to read and practice as much as you like. No need to wait for me to go through the book, yeah? But anyway, I shall be doing every Tuesday and Thursday, yeah? Okay? Okay, so anyway, I think for today that's okay. Thank you very much. So now we're going to complete the Tantric Self-Healing practice, okay? Okay, so we did the very short preliminary, okay? Up to where we absorb the Guru into the heart, yeah? Okay? Now what we're going to do is complete in a very, very short way, okay? Okay, there's some astrological healing practices. I won't do that today. Okay, we'll do that another day when we get to it in the book, okay? Okay, we'll start with let's start with mantra of interdependence. Om ye dhamma hetu prabhava hetu tesha tata gato yewa data tesha chayo nirohoda evam vadi mahasramana yesu. Okay, all phenomena depend on causes and conditions. The Tathagata, the great Sramana, understood the causes of all phenomena and their cessation, Soha. Like science, no? Cause and effect, yeah? Buddhism is like science, it's true, yeah? Okay? Okay. Om Aguru Buddha Siddhi Hum. Om Aguru Buddha Siddhi Hum. Om Guru Buddha Siddhi Hum. Om Guru Buddha Siddhi Hum. Om Guru Buddha Siddhi. Purification of the 5 elements. Eyaham Ram Labam. Eyaham Ram Labam. Eyaham Ram Labam. Shuddhe Shuddhe So. Shuddhe So. Space purification. Eho Shuddhe So. Wind purification. Yam Shuddhe So. Fire purification. Ram Shuddhe So. Earth purification. Lam Shuddhe So. Water purification. Baham Shuddhe So. Opening the 5 lotuses at the 5 main chakras: secret, navel, heart, throat, and crown chakra. Pam lepema janku, pam lepema sepo, pam lepema nompo, pam lepema amapo, pam lepema ka. Awakening the 5 bijas, the 5 seed syllables. Om ahum tram hri. From the bijas, the seed syllables, arise the symbols of the 5 supreme healers. Hri le natso doje janku hri. Tram le no bo sepo tram. Hum le doje no hampo hum. Ahale pe mama. Om le koloka. Now from these symbols arise the 5 supreme healers. Om kolonan se doje. Aha pehema che doje. Hon doje mi kyo doje traham no burinch. Rina so doje ton. Now, healing each chakra one by one, starting with the secret chakra, the healing of the secret chakra with Supreme Healer Amoga Siddhi. Lama Tuyen Doje Kien. We expel all negativity and breathe in all positive energies. Our secret chakra was filled with green lights and nectars radiating out from Supreme Healer Amoga Siddhi. Om Ahamoga Siddhi Hum. Om Ahamoga Siddhi Hum. Om Ahamoga Siddhi Hum. Om Ahamoga Siddhi. Om Ahamoga Siddhi. Healing of the navel chakra through the blessing of Supreme Healer Ratnasambhava. Lama Rinchen Doji Kien. Om Aratnasambhava Hum. Om Aratnasambhava Hum. Om Aratnasambhava Hum. Om Aratnasambhava Hum. Om Aratnasambhava. Healing the heart chakra through the blessing of Supreme Healer Akshobhya. Lama Mikyo Doji Kien. Om Ahashobhya Hum. Om Ahashobhya Hum. Om Ahashobhya Hum. Om Ahashobhya Hum. Om Ahashobhya. Healing the throat chakra through the blessing of Supreme Guru Buddha Amitabha. Lama Chodoji Kien. Om Amitabha Hum. Om Amitabha Hum. Om Amitabha Hum. Om Amitabha. Om Amitabha. Healing the crown chakra through the blessing of Supreme Healer Varochana. Lama Nangse Doji Kien. Om Varochana Hum. Om Varochana Hum. Om Varochana Hum. Om Varochana. Om Varochana. Vajramaster Empowerment. Secret Empowerment. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Om Mahasukha Hum. Om Mahasukha Hum. Mahasukha Hum. Om Mahasukha. Om Mahasukha. Okay, when we do this, we imagine our gross mind absorbs into our subtle and very subtle mind, and our gross mind is mixing with Lama Genshin, our Guru's holy mind. No? Okay. Word empowerment. Om Bhishva Shanti Hum. Om Bhishva Shanti Hum. Om Bhishva Shanti Hum. Om Vishwa Shanti Hum. Om Vishwa Shanti Hum. Inner peace and world peace. By the power of the truth, peace and bliss forever. Dedication. At the end, when we do something positive, we should always dedicate and put our positive energy in, let's say, the karma bank, as Rinpoche used to call it, yeah? So we don't lose it by anger and other deluded minds, yeah? Lama Conchoson la Kyab Suchi Rani la Sel Donil Sunecho Dona Chosonecho Dadahanda Gecho Hokundu Dishin Dona Disonampage Weso Jine Zapane Hinyo Duda No Bobanso Shambhala Gehene Lame Helangi Rimpatashi Ni mondele hesendele, ni me kuya handele shin, ni senta tutele pel, koncho hosungi jingi lo, koncho hosungi nuduso, koncho hosungi tashisho. Okay, so short succession Guru Yoga. To the Guru and three jewels, I go for refuge. Visualizing myself as the Guru Buddha, holding Vajra and bell, I uphold all the dharmas of Sutra and Tantra, restrain from all misconduct, gather all virtuous dharmas, and with a forgiving, benefit my greaters. So this is the six-session Guru Yoga. It means every day, 4 times a day. Actually, it means like all day, all the time. Actually, we should try and keep the 19 vows of the 5 Supreme Healers. Actually, a very good way to do that is to practice regularly NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, yeah? And the 19 vows of the Tantra, are the energies we need to develop the energies of Amoghasiddhi, Ratnasambhava, Akshobhya, Amitabha, and Virochan. So this is like the shortest possible way you can do that, yeah? Then, dedication, making the link to Shambhala. In short, by the collection of white virtues I have gathered here, may this world transform into Shambhala, the treasure of jewels. That's what Shambhala means, yeah? Treasure of jewels, country, yeah? Okay? And may we complete the stages of the path of highest yoga tantra, yeah? Yeah? Especially Grisamaja, Haruka, Yamantaka, Kala Chakra, yeah? And all those kind of things, yeah? Okay? Then at dawn or dusk, at night or midday, may the 3 jewels grant us their blessings. May they help us to achieve all realizations and sprinkle the path of our lives with various signs of auspiciousness. So actually it means we need to use time positively. Actually it means all the time, yeah? Not just Sunday mornings or something like that, or Thursday evenings, all the time. Morning, evening, afternoon and night, all the time we need to transform into a spiritual opportunity, let's say, yeah? Okay? May the 3 jewels, the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, send us their Jinlab, their waves of transformative energy, yeah? And so may we achieve all the different levels of realization, from the smallest to the biggest, yeah? And may our life be sprinkled with various signs of auspiciousness, which truly, till now, it always has been, yeah? We've seen so many incredible things together, yeah? So we know absolutely 1,000% this path is true, no? So may that continue, and especially may Khenchen Rinpoche, may you come back very soon in your next future incarnation to continue to guide the next generation of NgalSo practitioners and bring inner and world peace to this world, yeah? Okay? Thank you, Rinpoche. Thank you all very much for listening. So we'll see you again. Who likes, hope you like, yeah? Hope you all want to listen, yeah? Next Tuesday, yeah? 7 o'clock Central European time. We'll continue with the commentary of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing. Thank you all very much. See you all soon. Yeah, thank you.